Had the day off today and decided to take a little bit of a hike out into the Arizona desert. This beautiful scenery. But the main reason why I wanted to do this video is I just got done reading this great book by Dr. Neil Fiore called The Now Habit. And it has a subtitle that says A Strategic Program for Overcoming Procrastination and Enjoying Guilt-Free Play. It's a long subtitle, but this is the seventh time I'm actually listening to this book. And I go back to it whenever I need a little bit of reminder about procrastination and about not procrastinating on the things I need to work on. Now, the book has a lot of interesting ideas, but there are a couple that I've actually used and want to share. And then there's a third idea that I haven't quite used yet, but I find it very interesting and think it's very helpful. Now, the first idea is whenever you have a task to do that you find yourself procrastinating on, is to intentionally do a bad first draft. Now, it doesn't have to be writing, but your first version of whatever you're doing. And what this does is help you to overcome that perfectionist tendency. It's actually a two-part thing. So the second part of it, the second idea that I find very interesting is it tells a story about Harvard. When new students go into Harvard, one of the things they do is they take them to all these great books, the first editions, they take them to where they're displayed, and they get to see where all these first drafts and the rough drafts of these books are created. And that kind of clicks and the light bulb comes on, and the students realize that all these great works didn't just come fully formed. There were first drafts and revisions and all these rough drafts, and then finally there is a final product, a final book or whatever. But the idea is basically that there's going to be work to be done. It doesn't just come fully formed. And I have a problem with this, where when I sit down and try to write something, I try to formulate everything in my head first. I sit there for a long time before I start formulating. But when I use this idea, I just start writing. And it always amazes me what comes out at the end, because it wasn't my idea in the first place. That's a big idea, I guess, is that one, just start out, just intentionally do a rough draft to realize, you know what, I'm human, I can do this, I can mess something up and it'll be fine. It's not the end of the world. And the second part is just realizing that you're going to have ideas that come as you start doing the work, as you start writing, or as you start working on your project, whatever it is. Ideas are going to come just from you taking steps forward. The third part, or the third idea that I wanted to address, is he talks about the unscheduled. And actually, I think this is a main part of the book, is where it talks about building a schedule where you pretty much put all the things that you must do: sleep, eat, family time, play is actually the most important one, or the most interesting that I find. But you schedule all this stuff before you schedule work, so you can fit work in between all that stuff. Now, the play idea is the one that gets me, because I tend to think you have to get all the work done before you go play. And not to get too personal, but this has been one of the biggest conflicts between me and my wife. We've been married for 19 years, and this has been our biggest conflict. Is she's like, well, let's go have some fun, let's go play, and then we'll get this stuff done. And I'm like, you must be crazy. How are you gonna go play before you get work done? And apparently she's not that crazy, because Neil Fiore pretty much says the same thing. Go play and then do your work. And I haven't used it because I'm kind of a workaholic, and so it's kind of one of those things that I'm working up to. But eventually, I will use it. And I think if somebody's struggling with these type of with this procrastination or workaholism, I think that's a great idea. Um, I'm working through my procrastination, and the ideas in the book overall have been very helpful. But I'm working around to getting that play first thing. I'm still got to wrap my head around it. I just wanted to share this, and there is an affiliate link down at the bottom. And so if you like the video, you like the ideas, just check out the book. I think it's a great book. I think it'll help you. Just even if you aren't that big of a procrastinator, there are ideas in there that it's a very entertaining book as well. So just go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Also, give me a thumbs up. And if you have any ideas on any other books that you'd like me to review, just go ahead and put it in the comments below. I'll definitely take a look at them.